I didn't have a lot of power.
Yeah. Still waking up.
It is 7:52 in the morning here on Wednesday morning, January 24th, 2024. This is episode number 82.
82?
Of Bench with the Tovar brothers. My name's Joey, joined by my brother Angel. What up, man?
Hello. Isn't Antoine Randall number 82?
I don't know. You're going to start quizzing me on 82s?
I don't know. That's a hard one.
Torrey Smith, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dang, where the hell did he go?
He's somewhere, right?
I know, but yeah, okay.
No, I mean like playing somewhere, no?
Maybe he's in the XFL, UFL, whatever it's called now. I don't know.
Well, if you know where Torrey Smith plays right now, drop it in the chat.
Yeah.
I got famous 82-year-olds.
Okay.
The one, Bernie Sanders.
Okay. No comment.
Number 2, Martha Stewart.
Hey, Martha.
The other day, did you catch that, by the way, in the reel?
Yeah.
Swimsuit edition.
Yeah, I did
Martha
not know
Stewart.
she was a swimsuit edition model.
I was trying to find a picture. I was like, okay, I need to put a swimsuit cover here, but I can't get too risque with it, because I want to keep the audience broad.
Martha Stewart's pretty
Martha
safe.
Stewart.
Yeah.
Bob Dylan.
Bob Dylan.
Name one Bob Dylan song. I can't.
I know he's a famous guy. Though.
Name one Neil Diamond song. That's the other one. I can't.
I know if I hear it. I don't know the name of it. I know if I hear it.
Other famous guys here. George Clinton. I know George Clinton. Mr. Funk himself.
Yeah.
Honestly, 82 is just not that fun if you really go through these guys.
I have no idea who George Clinton is.
George Clinton from the funk group, the famous funk group. I forgot. I can't remember now. You got me on the spot.
I'm sorry. Shout out to George Clinton.
If my brother Gabe is listening, put in the chat, man.
He's punching air right now.
Yeah, you're killing. We're killing them right now. Episode number 82, like we said. We're 18 away.
Yep.
From Mr. Hundo himself. But more importantly, we're just a couple days away from the championship round of the NFL season. Just 3 more games left in the season.
Yep. Well, yeah.
Yeah,
3 more games. Oh, my God, don't say that.
2 games Sunday, 1 game 2 weeks after that.
I mean, enjoy it. But it's going to be some good football Sunday, dude.
It's going to be fantastic. We'll get to a little bit of it. We're kind of trying to save as much as we can for Friday's show.
Yeah.
But we'll obviously have to talk about it a little bit. If you're watching on YouTube, thanks so much for joining us. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Welcome to the channel. And please like the video, subscribe to the channel so you can keep up with all the content we're putting out. And I mean 3 shows a week, no matter what.
Yeah.
Even if I have kidney stones.
Yeah, even if Joey is...
That episode might be 28 minutes long, but
you know what? We did it.
We did it.
You did it.
Uh-huh.
Well, no, we did it.
Yeah, we did it.
I had to suffer through it, too. Just hearing you talk about it was painful.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So if you're returning, thanks for joining us. Thanks for riding with us all year long. You guys have been awesome. And it's gonna be a good finish to the season here.
Yeah. Already looking at lines. The Niners are favored by 7 points, which is crazy.
Insane.
That's like 7 points. That's a lot. That's a lot of points.
Disrespectful.
Yeah, that's a lot of points.
But honestly, I think the most dangerous place you can have the Lions is in an underdog role.
Yeah, because they've been born and they're molded by it.
They know how to do that.
Yeah.
They know how to do that.
Yeah.
Anyway, see, look at us. We can't help ourselves.
Yep.
If you're listening on Apple, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, wherever you get your podcast, thanks so much for joining us on the audio version of Bench with the Tovar Brothers. We love you. And here's a little, what's that called when it's just a noise? ASMR?
Yeah, ASMR. Thank you. Okay, that makes, when you do it, it gives me anxiety.
Thank you. And then what did I miss? Oh, yeah, Instagram, X, TikTok, Twitter, X, TikTok, Instagram. If you're TikToking to us ever, make that a thing.
It's not a thing.
You can follow us on those platforms. We're putting up all sorts of stuff. Highlights, reaction, news, funny stuff. Search at Benched Show, spelled just like that. And if you're in the audio version, you can go to the last episode, and I spelled it out for you. Episode number 81.
BENCHD.
SHOW.
Yeah, SHOW.
Mm-hmm.
You're welcome, audio version.
Yep, gotcha.
That one's for you.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
Okay, cool. So that's all the housekeeping we got. On today's episode, we're going to get into a bunch of news. There's a lot of news going on. Before we get into that, last time, listen, the Lions are making some history, right? This weekend, they're gonna make. It's been 66 years since they won a playoff game on the road. Like, these things are just they keep coming up, like the things they haven't done in forever. And this is the next one.
Where was America 66 years ago?
66 years ago. You know who they beat in the championship game?
The Packers?
The San Francisco 49ers.
Oh.
1957. What's his name was there?
Ago.
That old guy who's been like their fan.
Oh, I don't know.
I forgot his name.
Yeah. Bill.
Last time they were NFL champions. Ready? Texting didn't exist. The iPhone didn't exist.
Oh, sheesh. What dark time.
Yep. Jared Goff wasn't born.
Yeah.
Google wasn't around. If you had to know some information, you were just screwed.
The old encyclopedia.
Yeah.
The old health encyclopedia, too, if you're sick.
And, yeah.
God, what a terrible system.
What a terrible time to live
Or
in.
ask the smartest guy on your block.
The Cowboys were relevant. Oh.
That's low. Whoever wrote that, that's pretty low.
I honestly didn't know that was in there. That's pretty funny, though. That's pretty funny. I didn't know it was in there, but I'm not mad at it. Terminator 2, Judgment Day.
The Terminator.
Oh, that was the #1 movie.
A banger of a movie.
Barry Sanders led the league in rushing.
Wait, how many years ago was this?
This is 91.
Okay, I thought you said 66 years ago, and then this
that was the last. That was the last time they won the championship.
Okay.
This is the last time they I think we're in the NFC Championship game.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't hear. Okay,
my bad.
Confucius.
The Hammer Dance became popular. MC Hammer.
Yep. With those baggy pants.
#1 Billboard song was "Black or White" by Michael Jackson. I wasn't incredibly familiar with that song. Once I heard it, I was like, okay, I've heard this before.
Yeah.
But that was the #1 Billboard song. Did you know that one?
I'm trying to think of it right now.
Yeah.
Black and white.
I can't think of the melody right now. I just listened to it last night.
That's the only thing I could.
Well, that's in the title, so
Yeah.
that's a given.
I got that.
Those words are in it.
I got that one.
Like I said, Google is 6 years away from being founded. You'll enjoy this one as a gamer nerd. If you wanted to play with the Lions team on a video game, you need a Sega Genesis to play Madden 92.
Yeah.
It was just a second version of Madden available.
No personality traits to anybody, just generic little men with little big old hearts.
Dan Campbell was getting it rolling in his high school football career at Glen Rose High School.
He must have been an absolute dog in high school.
I wanted to talk about that for a second. Imagine that man as a high school kid.
God, he must have been the biggest guy in school, just a jock. Probably dated the hottest girl.
No. He's not that guy. He's the took it too seriously guy.
Oh,
that's what when I thought of this. I thought I would have hated to be his teammate because he would have been so.
Yeah, you know what? I know what you mean.
He would have just been like, oh,
like, bro,
gosh,
chill the hell out.
It's high school football, bro.
Bro, I'm not gonna be a pro.
Yeah. I'm not waking up at 6 in the middle of the summer because you want to go run the hill with weights on our back.
Yeah, he was probably an absolute monster.
Yeah. Stars that weren't born on the Lions: Jared Goff, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Sam Laporta, Dave Montgomery, Jameer Gibbs, Aiden Hutchinson.
So the whole team.
The whole team, except for the long snapper, was not born.
Shout out to that long snapper.
Listen, they got some. Okay, this is all funny, but they got some real history in their hands.
Yeah,
that they can possibly. This is awesome. What they're doing and going this far, and that. I mean, in our lifetime, the Lions have been so bad.
Yeah, we had the 0-16 team. Oh yeah, famously the Dan Orlowski running, out of the end zone. Does
it bother you that he's like a expert now, and he was honestly just a terrible quarterback?
No, I think I could think analysts are just analysts. I think they're just two different people. Like Romo wasn't a Hall of Fame quarterback, now he's a Hall of Fame broadcaster. So it's just different. Like
he's honestly closer to like us because the whole name benched was because, listen, we were benched in high school, never got off the bench. There's just two guys talking crap from the bench.
Yeah.
Just like everyone else who watches football, except if you're an ex-NFL athlete, which is freaking none of us.
Yeah.
But he's much closer to us.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
He'd probably hate.
Yeah, he probably hates that.
I was an NFL athlete.
Yeah, he was in the NFL. He started NFL games.
All right, let's get to the news going into championship weekend. All right, let's start here with this. This morning, actually, I got a tweet nice and early that most Packer fans are going to love. There's been a change in Green Bay. Joe Barry, the hated DC.
Yeah, really.
Packer fans hate him.
Do not like Joe Barry.
Yes, he will not be back as the Packers defensive coordinator per sources. No more Joe Barry. Their defense just shut down one of the best offenses we've seen in a couple years. But, I mean, I don't know enough about it. So.
Yeah, I mean, I know he'd been up and down.
Yeah.
But he had ended the season very strong.
On and up.
Yeah, on an up, and then he did pretty well against the Niners. The Niners are a very tough team to stop.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm curious to see who they fill in, and it's also curious because Jair Alexander put up like a semi-goodbye post in like Green Bay.
Yeah.
So he probably knew about this firing before anybody.
I had that in the news. We'll talk about that in a second. That's pretty interesting stuff.
Like, it's just like two kind of staples of the defense, the coordinator and the star corner.
Right.
Kind of said goodbye, and I don't know.
Yeah.
But, I mean
they were a Darnell Savage catch away from. Do you see that?
Yeah.
Away from winning that game.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure if Barry's the reason why they lost that game.
Yeah. Not sure, but that tis the season.
Yeah.
That someone's going to be the scapegoat this season, and it's most likely going to be. I feel like it starts with the defense coordinator.
Yeah,
They're always the first to
get the hell out of here, you idiot!
We led the league in defense.
You idiot! This is your fault. Your fault.
Oh yeah. Joe Barry, a free agent. I'll do this one next. Shane Hoffman. Okay, so I think he's reputable. Benjamin Albright retweeted this though.
Yeah.
That's how I saw it, and I know he's reputable. I'll read the tweet. Hearing that not only is the NFL return likely for Chip Kelly, former Oregon head coach, current UCLA head coach, but it could take the form of a package deal with Cowboys' Dan Quinn. Kelly could be the OC. Could happen elsewhere without Quinn too. But most likely going back to UCLA if he does not go to Seattle with Dan Quinn. What do you think of that brain trust in Seattle with those weaponry?
Good.
That weaponry. That's the right word?
What do you? Yeah.
Good?
Like it.
Is that your analysis?
Good. Great. Awesome. Love it.
Thanks, H.
I'm not sure Dan Quinn's a great head coach though. I think he's a pretty good coordinator, but we'll see.
I mean, I think that's what they're doing now.
Yeah.
I mean, he looks like they'll kind of just split it up 50-50. Dan's like, I'll take the defense. I won't talk to the offense.
Yeah. Chip. I feel like Chip is a great offensive coordinator if he's just focused on offense. Like he reinvented college football. We forget that. He like changed football forever, and then no one tried to do what he did, but no one could. I doubt he does that now, but he's pretty good offensive mind. I'll take him as a coordinator for sure.
Yeah, and people I think overstate his failures as a head coach.
Yeah,
because that first year he made the playoffs.
Yep.
With
Philly, yeah.
Yeah, he did a lot with a little, like at some points, like especially at quarterback. Like he was the first to do something to Nick Foles.
Yeah,
he made Nick Foles work. Like he was. I think as offensive coordinator, they could really find something there. It might be good with Geno Smith too.
Yeah,
maybe kind of find something.
And they have weapons there too, so like it's a pretty fun time.
Tom Telesco, former general manager of the LA Chargers, new general manager of the Las Vegas Raiders. I think they hired him because he did such a good job on the Chargers. They said, let's bring some of that magic to Las Vegas. Bring some of
that heat over here.
Yes.
To the desert.
Why the hell did they hire Tom Telesco?
I don't know. They must like him. I mean, they drafted it pretty well there. I mean, Quentin Johnson's great. I mean, look, he's a veteran coordinator. I mean, why not?
To me, this screams like there was a connection there. Someone knew someone.
Sorry, veteran GM. Sorry, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, someone knew someone. They wanted to hire their buddy. I'm sure he's got a great resume. I mean, yeah, this is just step one. Him now and AP can now focus on the draft,
Yeah.
So now they have their guys. Now they can move forward before other teams do.
Yep. So it'll be Tom Telesco and Antonio Pierce leading the Raiders.
Yep, leading the Raiders.
Not bad.
Yep.
No idea who the quarterback's going to be.
No, definitely not O'Connell.
Former Falcons head coach, one of our favorite guys, Arthur Smith, has serious interest from more than 7 teams about being their offensive coordinator, per Diana Rossini, a.k.a. Bring That Heat Diana.
Why?
I don't know. Maybe because it's how well he handled Bijan Robinson. Oh. Maybe it's because how well he handled Drake. Maybe because he made a start of Cal.
Maybe, I don't know. Maybe
I don't know.
Whoever he coaches, whoever hires him is like, okay, listen, Arthur, you're great. Play our stars. Okay, not the backups.
Yeah.
Please.
Tom Telesco getting hired before, some other GM that's out there, and this guy getting hired is just like,
he's not hired yet.
If he gets hired before some of the other offensive minds out there, it would just be
if he gets hired,
a little deflating for some of these other guys.
Yeah, if he gets hired before Chip Kelly, then that's like, okay. That's,
even like Cliff Kingsbury. Like,
I'll take Cliff over over Arthur Smith. Arthur Smith is an idiot.
Okay, let's talk about this tweet from Jay Alexander. Packers star quarterback Jay Alexander posted what seemed like a farewell Packers message on his Instagram, and I quote, "Thank you, God. Thank you, Lambeau, for 6 years. Thank you for those who showed love on my journey." End quote. And the you see the picture?
It's very
it was like looking out the tunnel.
Yeah, like goodbye, very dramatic.
Yeah, is he gone? So he was suspended.
Yep. For being the captain, even though he wasn't the captain.
Just for being an absolute
idiot.
Idiot.
I'm walking out there.
We love.
Yeah. I'm the captain. I'm call heads, and he almost messed up the whole
The guy's got my back.
Yeah, guy's got my back. It was a team. All right, buddy.
I mean, if he's gone, there's going to be a lot of people lining up for his services. The Packers, listen, as much as whatever that incident hurt feelings in the organization or whatever, don't get rid of Jared Alexander.
No, he's very good.
You want to keep good players.
When he's on, he's very good.
Absolutely.
Very elite. I mean, he performed well even Sunday.
With a messed up ankle.
With bad ankle, yeah, for sure. And then last year, performed well, and obviously he had that big contract. I'm not sure if the money will let him walk, because I know they signed, 2 years ago, 3 years ago? Maybe now this one, it's okay to cut cap. I know they are like $8 million only in cap space. Maybe they're trying to become even younger.
Maybe they go try to sign a big-time running back. They tried at the deadline.
Yeah.
I think they should keep Jay Alexander, but I could see them getting
but he is a huge distraction sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He is, and it's a young team, so they might like that. I know they traded Rasul Douglas, and I know at least one time it was attributed to, well, we have a super young team. We like the chemistry we have. Rasul didn't kind of fit in because he's kind of an older vet player.
Kind of older cat.
So they're really trying to protect the vibe in the room, the chemistry of the team. So maybe they're, I mean, I think it's a mistake, but trying to maybe kind of explain it from their side, that might be a reason.
I mean, there's no one as good as Jair on that team.
No.
Yeah, at corner especially.
Eagles interviewed USC senior offensive analyst Cliff Kingsbury. So he wasn't the offensive coordinator in USC. He was a senior offensive analyst. Didn't know that.
Offensive coordinator.
No, he wasn't. There was an offensive coordinator.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I see what you're saying.
Yeah, puppet.
So the Eagles interviewed him for their OC opening. The Steelers are supposed to interview him as well for their opening. I think 2 good places. I mean, I don't want to. You want to say to home? You're like home run.
Home run.
Me, I'm like, I need to see more from Cliff Kingsbury.
They had very good offenses in Arizona.
Did they?
Yes. They just flamed out. But I think as a coordinator, it's not his job to manage the whole team, just manage the offense. I think he's a very good offensive mind. Head coach, don't. Please, God, no. Coordinator, yes.
I was looking at some of his numbers, though, as a coordinator and his offenses. Like, he was, I know he ran the RPO a lot. He was, always top in the RPO. But it was a little dinky and dunky.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I know it was pretty much, last in the league or next to last in the league in air yards and stuff like that. So, I don't know. I mean, maybe it could work. I don't know.
Yeah,
I wouldn't be super excited about it, but I'd just be like, yeah.
All I know is that he's worried about how cool he's going to look, though.
He's going to look great.
Yeah.
Cam Newton, back in the news.
What, Cam? What, dude?
Cam Newton says the only return he's making to the NFL is to play for the Falcons. Listen.
Now he's saying.
Yep.
Now he has demands.
And I quote, if it's not Atlanta, I don't want it.
All right. It's not Atlanta.
Yeah. It's not Atlanta. It's not Green Bay.
It's not really anyone in the NFC or anyone in the AFC.
Yeah.
So if there's another conference, probably go there.
Yeah. He said he's a family man, and it's always been about family for him.
Oh, gosh. That was our confusion because we didn't know that.
In case you're wondering, too, on the podcast he was talking on, he was dressed like a clown.
Yeah, he has unique fashions. I'll just be very nice about it. Unique fashion sense.
He dresses like a freaking clown.
Yeah.
And then he starts talking like a clown, and it's just really hard to take it.
It's Atlanta or nothing. Atlanta's sitting there like, we didn't say anything about you.
That's like the kid who goes and like, hey, I'm going to date her. I'm not dating anyone. And the girl's just like, who are you?
Who are you?
And do you go to the school?
Why? She doesn't even know you.
Cam Newton just
out here dropping bombs.
Yeah. Thanks, Cam.
Thanks, Cam.
NFL Network had him on. Does that surprise you?
Yeah, it does.
Me too.
No.
Okay, Bills star Stephon Diggs is not expected to ask for a trade and committed to the team per Tony Pauline. He's under contract for the next few years, and he said, and according to reports, happy with his role.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Because very emotional. We'll see.
Bills not my. How about this? Maybe the Bills aren't happy with your role.
Yeah, maybe the Bills aren't. Maybe he's like on the opposite side now, where it's like I'm not playing good. I'm perfectly happy here. I'm fine. Mm-hmm. The Bills like, no, we actually could have beat the Chiefs, and you dropped the ball.
Although
Josh Allen did miss him on the underneath pass. Did you see that on third down?
Yeah. Although I forgot the Brandon Beane.
Mm-hmm.
He did come out and say he believes 100% that Stephon Diggs is a number one wide receiver.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I think that thing is so weird how he had just finished the season terribly.
Yeah.
Didn't show up in the playoffs.
Yep.
Like what? What happened?
I don't
Josh
know.
is balling out.
Yeah, Josh balled out. The other teams balled out.
Like to finish
other
the
players
year.
balled out.
By the way, if you saw that Bills Chiefs game and you think anything other than Josh Allen is freaking amazing, I just don't need to talk to you about football.
He's very good.
Like if you came out of that game thinking Josh is a real problem in Buffalo,
No, he's not.
Josh is really struggling. Like, I just don't need to talk to you about football.
He balled out.
He killed it.
Yeah,
He killed it. Anyway, yeah, we'll see what happens to Stephon Diggs there. I think they need to make a move. I think they need to change up the weapons. I think they need to freshen up the wide receiver room. All the above. I'm
actually
not into this.
Shakir.
Yeah,
He looked fantastic. And Gabe Davis is a free agent.
I think they can do better in that role.
Yeah,
right.
But they're pretty cap strapped right now.
Yeah, they're gonna need some help.
Yeah, they have to get a little bit of creativity here.
Unless Mike Evans just doesn't care.
Jerry Jeudy's available.
Yeah,
that's fun there.
Former Seahawks head coach Pete Carroll is
What's up, Pete?
So Florio said this from
Okay.
Pro Football Talk, and he's turning into a little bit of a Skip Bayless here.
No, like you said, sometimes he says good stuff, sometimes he says some crazy shit.
Yeah, so here's what he said about Pete Carroll. He says he's, quote, making a push for the Chargers vacancy at head coach. So he's saying that Pete Carroll is going after the Chargers spot.
Back to L.A.
I've never, yeah, that's true. I've never seen anything like this reported. Like, hey, the coach is calling them up actively and saying, hey, I'm your guy.
Pete with the Chargers is pretty nice, too.
I think so.
Yeah, the best quarterback he's ever had.
But the other option, it might be the one you want, though. And that is Chargers and Jim Harbaugh. Yesterday, it was reported that they're in striking distance of a deal. They met for hours yesterday. I heard Tom Pelissero, NFL Network, say they're already talking about who their staff would be.
This is the power of having a quarterback. Like, it's the first one that people want. I want to go to a place that has Herbert's signed and is good.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
I mean, you're taking Harbaugh over Pete
Harbaugh.
Carroll, right?
Harbaugh.
If they're already talking about...
It's close. It's close.
It's not for me.
Pete Carroll is
the oldest coach in the league.
Super Bowl head coach. But Harbaugh is very good, too.
Yeah.
It's really a win-win. Like, either coach is very good for you guys.
Yeah.
So is Vrabel. Now seems like a distant third.
I know, poor Vrabel. Where's Vrabel going to go?
I don't know, man. I'll take him. Maybe a DC. He's not going to be DC anywhere.
Imagine he would not do that.
No. Too much.
He should have gone to New England. That should have been the play there, but they had Jeremy already. Okay, last thing I have here, and this is a little reporting on the reporters.
Okay.
Stephen A. Smith is set to be a free agent and command a contract of $20 million per year. $20 million for Stephen A. Smith.
Stephen A. Smith, yeah. Who's on crack?
Definitely not going to be working with Jason Whitlock, but he could go a million different places. Is Stephen A. Smith worth $20 million a year? Let me tell you the other highest paid analyst for ESPN. Ready? Troy Aikman, they're paying that man $18 million a year. Joe Buck, $15 million a year. So that Monday Night Football broadcast, collectively,
that's expensive.
Over $30 million a year for those voices. So
that's expensive.
That's crazy. Pat McAfee, the other one, $15 million a year, making as much as Joe Buck. Good for Pat.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, so that's kind of give you a gauge of who their top guys are. Stephen A. Smith would be, $2 million more than Troy Aikman. Is that worth it? Like,
yeah, he's fun. He's in what he's best at. He's fun at social. He's good at social media clips. How many times you see social media clip of Stephen A. yelling or whatever, like, "You fat bastard."
He's made for it. Yeah, exactly. I met with my pastor and I said, "I'm sorry."
Like, how does that justify what you said?
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with him too. Like, I don't care for it, but I know people like it. People listen to it, so it probably is worth it.
Yeah.
But they're shouting out some major bucks. That's 4 guys there.
Hey, we'll pay you absolutely nothing to be on our show one time.
Yeah, I mean, that'd be funny for us to talk to him, honestly.
Like, what are you doing here, Stephen A?
Okay, last thing I have here as far as news. Honestly, this isn't even news. It's just something funny. I saw
Well,
that.
this is pretty big news that you haven't mentioned yet. I'm surprised.
Yeah, I'm waiting for you to do it.
No, go ahead.
You good?
No, go ahead. I was just waiting. You and the host.
And I don't have it, so just read the freaking news.
Oh, okay. Well, the Bryce Callahan.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And that was the last show?
No.
I thought I mentioned the last show. Bryce Callahan hired head coach.
Oh, Brian Callahan. God, you know his name.
Yeah, thanks, H.
Brian is.
You're really good at breaking
Brian
news.
is his brother.
Brian. Okay, so it's Brian.
Yeah, it's Brian.
Brian Callahan, head coach of the Tennessee Titans.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, that was their guy.
Yeah, I mean, Vrabel to so defense to offense. Maybe you just want someone who could. They've struggled with developing quarterbacks. This is probably the reason why this is happening.
I mean, you talk about old school offense. The Titans, that's what they've been the last couple of years.
Run the ball.
There is no evolution there. It was run the ball with Derrick Henry about 30 times.
And then play action and do what you can.
And it's either a slant, a post, a corner, or a fly. That's the route tree.
Pretty basic.
But yeah, so that's what was mentioned by the owner in the press conference after firing Mike Vrabel, is that they were looking for someone who would evolve with the game.
Yeah.
So that is not Mike Vrabel.
No, and he's worked with Andrew Luck. He's worked with Peyton Manning. He's worked with Joe Burrow.
Yeah.
Who've all praised him. I remember when he was an assistant for the Broncos.
Right.
Peyton Manning said that one day he'll be a OC or like a head coach.
Will Levis, Tajay Spears.
I don't think you're tied to Will Levis. You're a second round pick, so I think you could still go in this year. Like, let's find a quarterback.
Do they have a decent pick?
Well, they didn't make the playoffs, by top 15. So you can go in there. You can move up even a little bit. I mean, some good quarterbacks in this draft.
They got some major holes in that.
And then if you don't want to, just say, hey, do what you can with Will Levis next year. If it doesn't work out, we'll just draft another one.
Yeah, I don't think this is the year for them to like. I think they have so many holes.
Yeah,
defensively they're awful.
Maybe it's like a good tank year for them. Just kind of develop what you can,
and then draft some good young talent. I mean, when we've seen the Texans were the worst team in the league last year.
Yeah.
So you can do a lot in a year if you draft the right guys. Okay. Thank you for sharing that.
Brian Callahan, head coach for the Titans.
Head coach.
The first of the hiring cycle. No, second. Mayo.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so I have in front of me a list of names. I want you to tell me if these are real names or not. Okay?
Why?
These are because we why?
Sorry.
Why would I do that?
Great podcast. Why are you doing this?
Great. No, so we want to do some draft prep here, and to kick off some of the draft prep, I want you to know that there's some interesting names in the draft coming up.
I know one that you're going to say.
Keep a lookout for these men.
Yeah.
I want you to tell me if it's real or not.
All right,
okay?
go ahead.
I'll throw a softball to you.
Softball.
The first one is Kool-Aid McKinstry.
He's for real.
Defensive back out of
Alabama. Yep.
Okay. We're going to get harder here. Is this a name? General Booty, quarterback.
General Booty?
General, first name, Booty, last name.
That's my stage name.
General Booty.
There's no way.
That is the quarterback for Oklahoma. General Booty.
General Booty?
Yeah.
Dude, that guy, what's his Twitter handle?
I don't know.
He has to capitalize on that thing.
G Booty. Booty G.
Booty G.
Chief Borders, linebacker from Nebraska. I think that's an awesome linebacker name.
Chief Borders? Yeah, it's passable. It's Chief very Borders. Like create a player on Madden.
Yes.
Like Chief Borders.
Here we go. First name Mo, last name Billity. Mo Billity.
What asshole parents. You made your son's name a complete joke.
Oh, why?
Mobility.
That's hilarious. And you better be mobile, son.
Yeah.
You better move. That's probably why he's not a professional athlete, but a college level athlete, because he had to.
If anything ever tragically happens to him, like demobility. Like if he goes like the guy did and like remember the Titans. Demobility.
I didn't even think of that. If he's ever not mobile,
change your name, son.
Just a torture of a name.
First name Demo.
Wow. Okay, Dakotas Crawford, And I'll pair it with the next one, the realist Clark.
Stupid ass parents. What?
The coldest?
The coldest and the realest. They gotta be friends. They gotta start a podcast.
They have to. Yeah.
The coldest and the realest.
The realist. If you're looking at it for a center, maybe your team's looking for a center. The Broncos looking for a center.
Yeah, we are.
Might want to look at Ohio University and draft Parker Titsworth.
Never mind. That's my stage name.
Parker Titsworth. I feel like you can change your stage name.
Man, what a last Mr. Titsworth.
Yep,
that's me.
I mean, if this young man makes it, that jersey's just gonna sell.
Titsworth, I'm buying. I don't care what. Please be a Bronco.
Next one, defensive end, Boston College, Shida Silla. First name is Shida. I don't want to make too much fun of it because that might be like ethnic.
Yeah, that sounds a little bit more than word. Yeah.
Okay, linebacker from Duke, memorable factor. Can you believe that? Memorable factor. I would have. I mean, as a kid,
memorable. Yeah,
Just call me M.
Call me Memmy or Mem or what? Memorable. What a stupid first name.
Memorable factor. Safety from LSU, Major Burns.
That's cool.
Major Burns. Defensive back, LSU, Pig Cage.
What?
Pig Cage. First name Pig, last name Cage. To name your child Pig is just the biggest jerk thing to do.
That's
the worst.
Why would you do that to your kid? Pig Cage.
They named the pig.
There has to be some kind of regulation on naming kids.
I mean, it's better than North Carolina DB. Storm Duck.
God, these are real names.
This next one is actually the coolest name on here. Wide receiver from Tulane. PH. Fat Watts.
Fat Watts. Get some of my Fat Watts.
What?
I don't know. Trying to spin it to a cool name.
Tiger Shanks, lineman, UNLV.
Tiger Shanks.
Rowdy Beers.
Let's party with that guy.
It's a big
old... His name is literally Rowdy Beers.
Yeah, it's a big old white tight end.
There you go, man.
Rowdy Beers. And then last one I have here is Dude Person.
You're lying.
Dude Person. Defensive back, Central Arkansas.
Nah, babe, just call him Dude.
Hey, dude.
Dude. His name's Dude.
Growing up, all the people who said dude to one another.
Dude. Stop calling me.
Stop using my name, please.
My name's Dude.
Yeah, so those are some of the names to keep up here. I just want to give a little initial taster of the kind of draft prep that you can expect here on Bench of the Tovar Brothers.
Titsworth is my top prospect. Climbing up the rankings.
I mean, I was just literally I was saying these names to my wife last night. I was putting this together, and she didn't believe me. She's like, "These are not real names," and I said, yeah, "Every single one of them."
Titsworth.
Yeah. Originally, my thought was to mix them in with other crazy names and have you guess which one is real, but that just seemed like a whole lot of work.
The league is about to have some sweet jerseys next year.
Absolutely. By the way, last night, I had one of the proudest moments as a father that I think I've ever had. You ready for it?
Sure.
So we do. I'm a religious man. I'm a Christian, right?
Okay.
And we do
brag.
We do what?
Good.
We do prayer before bed with my girls. Okay.
Nice.
And so we were praying, and we don't really. My girls are 1 and 2, so we're not like, calling down rain from heaven.
Yeah.
We basically just ask them like, hey, let's just. What do you think? Thank you for, and we let them fill in the blank.
Yeah.
And so last night we're saying thank you for a bunch of things. Usually it's like, hey, thank you for that toy, for that book. And my daughter goes, my 2-year-old daughter goes, thank you. I go, thank you for, and she goes, football?
God bless you.
I just looked at her. Oh my God. My wife looked at me like, oh no.
Oh God. We're going to convert both your little girls into football fanatics.
That's awesome though.
Yeah.
That football is such a thing. Okay, before we let you go, we're going to talk a little bit of real football here. Here we go. I don't want to end on Parker Titsworth.
Football podcast. Here we go.
We're going to do much bigger breakdowns on Friday's show. We're going to save a little bit. But real quick, I want to ask you kind of rapid fire positional breakdowns, who you got, and tell me a quick why.
Give it to me.
Good?
I'm ready for it.
All right, let's start in the NFC. Jared Goff, Detroit Lions, taking on Brock Purdy. And I want you to consider their systems, too. Everything around them, their context in this moment. Who you got?
Jared Goff, his guys are healthy, one. Still iffy about Deebo Samuel. So I'll take Goff with the fully healthy weaponry.
Okay. The running backs, the running game. Okay, David Montgomery, Jahmyr Gibbs.
I'll
The
take
combination over CMC.
CMC. Best in football. Wow. Gibbs and Montgomery are good. CMC's great.
Is it that okay? Is it that easy?
Yep.
So CMC is the A+. What is the Lions running game then?
Like an A minus.
A minus. Wow,
A.
not
No,
even
A.
an
A.
Okay.
A. It's an A. It's an A.
Wide receiver core. You have Amon-Ra St. Brown, probably the best wide receiver in that'll be in that game, versus Ayuk and Debo.
If Debo plays, I will take the Niners because Debo is a game changer. If it's just straight up Ayuk versus Amon-Ra, then Amon-Ra.
Landslide.
Yeah, landslide.
What about rookie tight end Sam Laporta versus veteran tight end George Kittle?
Oh, I love George Kittle because what he does for the blocking game, and he still has a tremendous yak guy. Laporta is great. I'll take Kittle.
Wow. So you're giving. So I don't know if you noticed. You went Niners all 4 positions.
This is what the Lions
Might
want.
be a little tell, but
Yeah.
who you gonna pick on Friday's show? Okay, let's go to the AFC real quick here. At quarterback, I mean the classic matchup: Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson in the AFC title game. I guess you can consider it's in Baltimore, but who would you take? Who would you give the edge?
Lamar, I feel like Lamar. This is this Lamar's year, and there's like the stats back him up this year too, because he had a better year than Patrick Mahomes. So Lamar Jackson.
Interesting.
And
I'm just done betting against Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, I might be wrong because it's Patrick Mahomes.
Okay, the running games are interesting. You have Gus Edwards and just a host of mediocre backs, and the other side you have Isaiah Pacheco.
Pacheco.
Yeah, it's Pacheco.
He's a phenomenal running back. He does everything. He catches the ball well. He runs the ball well. He keeps the offense moving. Pacheco.
I will say this: Dalvin Cook in his limited time last week looked pretty good.
Yeah,
looked pretty good. We'll see how that goes. Wide receiver core.
Okay. Ravens. Don't even list them.
Yeah.
Don't even list them.
Yeah, headed by Zay Flowers there. I mean, Rashee Rice does give the Chiefs at least a face to put in this little graphic I'm looking at, but it's the Ravens.
Yeah, Ravens.
I mean, how many Ravens? How far down the depth chart do we need to get to? I said, let's do it this way. If you look all these receivers together, how many receivers do you have to go through to find the next Chiefs like power ranking? You know what I'm saying? Like you power rank these guys, it's probably Zay Flowers, Rashee Rice, 1 and 2, whoever you want, and then it's all Ravens until the end of the
Nelson
end of the-
Aguilar's over all
Yeah.
the guys. Yeah, I don't know. It's tough. That should tell you how good Patrick Mahomes is at winning football games.
And then at tight end, you have the 2 vets. Mark Andrews will be back. Now, you could say Mark Andrews and Isaiah Likely because they're both probably going to be used here, or Travis Kelce, Mr. Throwback the Clock. 5 catches, 75 yards, 2 touchdowns. Travis Kelce last week.
I'll take Travis Kelce in the playoffs for 500, please.
Okay.
Yeah, Travis Kelce.
So that one you split up. That one was 2 and 2. Interesting. These games will be so much fun to break down. Catch Friday's show, so we're going to go through. There's just 2 games.
Yep.
So we're going to dive into these
Very
bad boys.
thorough.
It's gonna be a lot of fun.
Yep.
That's our show for today, guys. Thanks so much for joining us on this Wednesday show, episode number 82. We love you. Hope you're having a great week. Go to work.
Yep.
Show up on time.
Yep.
Be nice to someone.
Talking to me right now? Yep. I gotta work.
All right, guys. We'll see you Friday.
Peace.
Bye.